My first TV was Law and Order, of course, every New York actor. And my first film was Silence of the Lambs, of all things. So my first union film. So
Tell me
that's kind of
about
how it
Law and
started.
Order. What did you do in Law and Order, and what did you do in Silence of the Lamb? Be in depth about what you did.
Okay.
In a
Well, on
particular.
Law and Order, I was on there multiple times. The very first time I was on there, I played the mom of a little girl who was having issues, which she'd seen a crime and she was afraid to talk about it. So it was me and Jerry Orbach and Chris Noth, and that was really fun. And then I got a few more episodes as time went on. I got an episode with Mariska Hargitay where I got to throw up in the parking lot. That was festive. Throw up chicken soup multiple times. It was cold, and by the end, I felt like I really wanted to throw up from it. But so I've done a few episodes as different looks on Law and Order. And then as far as Silence of the Lambs, I am the autopsy victim. I'm the dead body laying on the table. They pull the cocoon out of my mouth, and that's me. That's my claim to fame. I had auditioned for a talking role in the movie, and then they ended up saying, they put someone else in that part and said, would you be willing to be the dead body? And I was like, sure, not knowing what I had to do. And then they kept calling me and asking me if they could pull me naked out of a river. And I said, well, of course. And I was so nervous because it was my first movie. So I just said yes to everything they asked me. So they were like, can we pull you out of a morgue drawer? And I said, sure. And I kept saying yes to stuff. And then as it ended up, I got to just kind of lay on the table and they, pretended like they unzipped the bag. And then I appear like as if I was being in the bag, but I just had to lay on top of the bag. But it was a blast. I had so much fun. It was the first movie I got to do as a SAG movie, and it was an amazing experience. We shot in Pittsburgh, and it was really a blast.
What cast members did you get to correspond with briefly?
Most of because my character's dead and my scene is really with Jodie Foster because she is the one overseeing me and talking about the body that they found because it's her first autopsy that she's ever had as a trainee. And so it's like her experience of seeing this actual person, not just, in a school or a study in a class. And so